Hello guys, once again welcome to Benghazi TV right here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel like I always plead with you. Click on the button below and subscribe to the channel so that indeed you see every time I put some content here, you will join us and enjoy what we have for you on Benghazi TV. Like we always tell you, we do everything from football, sports in general, entertainment, politics as and when it comes up, relationships, lifestyle, whichever it is, we get it all for you. Interviews, one-on-one, everything there is right here on Benghazi TV. Today we take a good look at an interesting part of our game, football. You know, transfers are always very interesting when it has to do with our game, the game we love so much, football. And footballers over the years have been transferring from one club to the other almost all the time. And the amounts and the figures involved sometimes are that huge. Some even say outrageous for some transfer fees that are quoted by some teams. But transfers and the amounts and how much these players are bought for is interesting, whichever way you look at it, whether outrageous, whether they deserve it, whether it's okay, whichever way you look at it, sometimes it brings up a lot of debate. Now, from Neymar Jr. to Kylian Mbappe, recently we've had the likes of, Moise Caicedo recently, together with other players like Ousmane Dembele, Felipe Coutinho, attracting some very huge transfer fees from clubs like Barcelona, PSG, Chelsea, and the likes, and generating all the debate and talk all around. Today, though, I focus on this channel on Ghanaian players who have also not been left out on some of these transfers and these huge amounts that are placed on them by their clubs as they make transfers from one club to the other. So today, we look at the top 5 Ghanaian players, the most expensive transfers involving Ghanaian players in the world. We look at the top 5 Ghanaian players who have been the most expensive on a transfer market, or the most expensive transfer deals done involving Ghanaian players, to put it in a very short way for you. And today I've taken a good look at putting together the top 5 Ghanaian players who have been bought or transferred for the biggest amount. So we'll begin with a look at the very first person, and that is, interestingly, a transfer involving 2 clubs, one in England, one in Spain. I'm talking about Ghana's deputy captain, current deputy captain for the Black Stars, Thomas Tay Partey. As we speak currently, Partey is the most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred. You recall when he moved from Atletico Madrid to Arsenal, his current club, he was bought for 50 million euros, 45 million pounds back then. That was how much Arsenal had to pay Atletico to get them to sign Thomas Tay Partey for the Spanish League from Atletico Madrid. So in 2020, when Arsenal paid that amount for Partey, it officially became the most expensive ever a Ghanaian player was transferred or bought for. So as we speak today, Thomas Partey is number 1 as the most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred. 50 million euros or 45 million pounds on a transfer of Partey from Atletico to Arsenal. That's number 1 on the transfer, the most expensive for a Ghanaian player. Number 2, can you guess who is number 2 on that list? Yes, very recent, matter of days. Mohamed Kudus, recently, as you all know, transferred from Ajax to, again, another English Premier League team, West Ham, also based in London. And so with that transfer confirmed about a few days ago by West Ham, Mohamed Kudus has become the second most expensive Ghanaian player ever sold. You recall the amount involved, 41.5 million euros. I repeat, 41.5 million euros plus 3 million euros add-ons. So the transfer involving Kudus from Ajax now to West Ham makes him number 2 on the rankings as the Ghanaian or the second, the most expensive Ghanaian player ever sold or bought. Second on the list now is Mohamed Kudus. His move from Ajax to West Ham, a matter of days, which was confirmed just some few days ago. So it's this year. Ajax to West Ham makes him the second most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred. Number 3, can you guess who occupied that spot? Well, you have to go all the way back to 2005 and 6 season when the Bison, or Bison, the Bull, as we all call him sometimes, Michael Essien, is the third most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred in football when he moved from Olympique Lyon to Chelsea in 2005 for 38 million euros. For 38 million euros. Michael Essien then and currently and now, then he was the most expensive now, but now a third most expensive player, Ghanaian player ever transferred. 38 million pounds, 2005, from Olympique Lyon to Chelsea Football Club. Michael Essien now is number 3 on that list of Ghanaian players who have been bought or transferred for the biggest of transfer fees. Number 4, I'm sure you'll be surprised by this youngster. In fact, 19, turning 20 now. He's number 4 on that transfer list of Ghanaians that have attracted the most expensive transfer. It's happening as we speak. I'm talking about Ernest Niama Asafo, born and bred in Kumasi. Ernest Niama's move from FC Nordsjælland to Olympique Lyon in France, which is in a region of 30 million euros, makes the youngster the 4th most expensive Ghanaian transfer done ever. So Ernest Niama jumps onto that list as the 4th most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred. 30 million euros from Nordsjælland to Olympique Marseille. So Right to Dream Academy have got 2 names already. They have got 2 names. The first was indeed Mohamed Kudus, also from Right to Dream and Nordsjælland, to West Ham for that 41.5 million euros. And now Ernest Niama is the 4th. 30 million euros. Who is the 5th? In the top 5, who is the 5th? And guess what? Again, we'll have to stay with Right to Dream Academy, FC Nordsjælland, again, making all the money from football. Kamaldeen Suleiman is the 5th most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred. When he made his move from Rennes in the French league to Southampton in the English Premier League a season ago for the amount of 25 million euros with all the add-ons, 25 million euros, Kamaldeen Suleiman currently is the 5th most expensive Ghanaian footballer ever transferred. So already in the top 5 for Ghanaian players transferred for the highest amounts, Nordsjælland, or if you like, Right to Dream Academy, have got 3 already in there. Can you imagine? They've got 3 already in there. Kudus, Mohamed, number 2 on that list. They've got Ernest Niama, number 4 on that list. And now Kamaldeen Suleiman, number 5 on that list. So those are the list, the players, the top 5 players, Ghanaian players who have gotten the biggest transfer deals done on them as Ghanaian players. I repeat. Number 1, Thomas Tay Partey, 50 million euros to Arsenal from Atletico. Number 2, Mohamed Kudus, 41.5 million euros plus 3 million add-ons. Number 2 on that list. Number 3 on that list is also Michael Essien, the Bison, from Olympique Lyon to Chelsea in 2005 for that amount of money, 38 million euros. Number 3 on that list. Number 4, 19 to 20-year-old youngster, young budding talent, Ernest Niama, 30 million euros from Northern to Olympique Lyon. Number 5 on that list, Kamaldeen Suleiman, 25 million euros from Rennes in France to Southampton in the English Premier League. For the top 5, these are the players. But take away those guys and the likes of Asamoah Kujua Samoa, Dede Ayew, Salisu Mohammed recently moved from Southampton to Monaco. Puts him in there. Sule Muntari are some of the other Ghanaian players who also have got or enjoyed some big transfer moves. But the top 5 again is what I gave you. Ghanaian players also enjoying some huge transfers. We'll see if in the coming days, in the coming years, if any other Ghanaian player or any of these guys will make further moves to break the record. But currently, the most expensive Ghanaian player ever transferred is Thomas Dehipate for the 50 million euros deal that involved himself, Atletico Madrid, his former club, and Arsenal Football Club. That's it today on our channel. Enjoy every bit of what we have for you on Benghazi TV. Subscribe to the channel as always. We'll be up again in no time. Thank you.